Good morning, everyone. Welcome to SlimChat, and there is a number, but I can't remember what it is at the minute. Be on the be on the title. I think it's 18, but not sure. It's weigh day today, progress day. So I got up bright and early, and before I had anything to drink or anything, I jumped on the scales and they promptly shouted, "Get off, you big fat bugger." No, they didn't. So yeah, I got on the scales and I've lost £2. Whee! So yeah, £2 is a lot for a sustained weight loss over time. But when I look and I keep thinking, oh, I've only lost £9 altogether. That's a lot. I know. If I saw it in a bucket of fat, I would be like over the moon to have lost that amount. But I'm used to like doing keto and losing that in a week. Well, not every week, but initially, and then losing 5-6 pounds here and there. So the fact that it's that slow is kind of detracting a little bit from it, but at the same time, all losses are good losses, and I'm glad it's on the way down, and it's probably more beneficial to lose it slowly and all that razzmatazz. Plus, it's a healthier way of eating, I guess. I don't like to say that because I've always been a fan of keto, and I maintain to this day that it's not an unhealthy diet, and I do say that. But it's the fat content for me at the moment. If I do have fatty liver, or I did have contraindications to it. Oh God, that's a big word. I did have some markers in my blood test many moons ago now. It's probably over 1.5 years. And with lockdown as well, I've never been back to check it out. But I had some cholesterol in there as well. And I think that Atkins diet, specifically low carbing, is a rectification diet. It does rectify a lot of problems. So I've always said that I thought, people were wrong when they were saying how unhealthy it was. And mostly it's propaganda by the big diet companies that want you to just follow their plans and give them your money. So jury's out for me anyway on this one, but I'm losing and I'm happy about that. So yes, I lost £2 this week, which is nothing to be sniffed at, although I am sniffing quite a lot this morning and blowing my nose rather a lot, which I might have to pause in a second do. In fact, I will. Hang on a minute. Sorry about that. I woke up bunged up really big time this morning, and I was a bit like that last night. I can breathe. It's like amazing. I've got this spray that I normally use when allergies get the better of me, but I didn't use it. But thankfully, it seems to be clearing. It's not really usually stuff to blow. It's more just inflammation, and it restricts the nasal passages a bit. So that spray opens them up. So if it carries on, I'll just have to use that. Works a treat, and I don't need to do it very often, but it's just like a little kind of sprayer that you use, but it's just an allergy thing. So then once Gary was awake, I said, before you drink that tea that I've just made you, on the scales, let's see how you're doing. And he'd lost £2 as well. So I think all in all, Gary's lost more pounds than I have, but I expected that because he doesn't diet, So for me, I'm dieted on, off, on, off. So my big initial chunk of weight that you lose at the start never happened. Although I lost a good few pounds on this one, but it wasn't like I was going to have breakfast before I did this, but I didn't. I'm rumbling really loud, and the microphone's quite close to my stomach, so I'm just hoping you didn't hear that really loudly. So yeah, he had a big chunk more than I did because I'd already lost my big chunk before. So yeah, he's doing really, really well, and I can really see it on Gary because he did have quite a pregnant belly, which doesn't have, when you can see the guys and their kind of chest goes like that and they've got a big pregnant belly. He did have one of those, and now he's just got like a little kind of early stage pregnancy belly. But it's going down, and I can see it in him. I can see it in his face. I can see it a little bit in mine. However, you know, when I would have considered the weight I am now my starting weight before. You know, I did put, lockdown was bad for me. I did actually gain rather a lot of weight during lockdown, so I have that to lose and get back. You know, this would have been where I would have drawn the line when I was putting on weight before and said, no, I can't get up beyond that, let's get it off. So I'm not kind of under any illusions I'm nearly there or anything. I'm only just beginning, which is a bit of a bummer, but it's good. I've lost 2 pounds this week, and I've had a decent food week. You know, I've ate quite a lot of stuff, and so it's actually quite good in that respect. Tried new things, and you know, Gary, if he says to me, if you're disappointed, just do low carb and I'll carry on with this, and I just said I can't do that really. You know, it's just too many different things, too much to cater for, two things, and plus I don't want to sit there tucking into my steaks and huge kind of mixed grills and all the yummy stuff you're allowed on keto when you can't have it. So no, I'm not going to do that. I might in this diet they used to do red days and green days. They don't seem to do that anymore, but it used to be part of the diet. So they used to have an almost low carb section to the diet, and green days and red days. I might just do that, you know, stick to the red days for a bit and see if it kind of gives me a little boost. But they did have the red days and green days, and obviously the green days were more veggie days and carby days, and the red days weren't. But you still were allowed your sins, and you still had certain things on there that weren't low carb. So it wasn't specifically the same, but there was an awful lot more protein in it. And protein keeps you more satisfied for longer. So I might kind of look that up and have a play with it. But maybe not, you know. I don't really want to mess with it too much. But you never know, it's there in the background, might do it. So, I don't know what's matter with me this morning. Full of allergy, wheezing, coughing, sneezing. Hope it's not a cold. You know, the one good thing about lockdown was not that you didn't get the coronavirus. I mean, that's a massive bonus if you didn't contract the coronavirus. But all of the colds and coughs went as well, because people weren't mixing, so they don't get put around the country and the population, and so coughs and colds were out, and I haven't had a cough or a cold for ages, since before lockdown, because I believe that I actually had the coronavirus, because before, just as lockdown was happening, before it, I had a dry cough and a raging high temperature which gave me the violent shakes, but I also got a urine infection at the same time and thought that the temperature was due to that, because it wasn't that, you know, they thought at the time that coronavirus had just hit the country, and they were saying if you've mixed with anyone who's been abroad. But when I look back, I was standing in a Chinese buffet restaurant having a very long conversation with a very, very Chinese chef who possibly had been over, and I don't know. So I had the opportunity, I guess, to have picked it up. And now they're saying that it was probably in our country long before they thought. So, you know, maybe I did have it. I won't know until I have like maybe an antibody test, but they're not readily available, are they? So just one of those mysteries. So, yeah, anyway, I've digressed rather a lot off of my diet subject. That's a bit par for the course with me, isn't it? But yeah, progress is going steadily, which is now, here we go with the dogs again. I'm not sure if you can, probably on their way back now. So, being upstaged by some pooches. Anyway, thanks for watching me. and following my progress. And don't forget, check out those recipes that were on the channel. There's some hoisin duck, which is honestly just to die for, and Gary's chow mein, which I absolutely love. So, and if I do, I'm sure you will. So don't forget to check those out, and there'll be more to come. Maybe not straight away. We've got to sort of find the next thing we want to put up. So bye for now, everyone. Take care, stay safe, and see you soon. Bye.